Hello.
Hello.
Sunday.
We're here again.
Yes, we are here again.
So, what's been going on?
Like I said before, my mum broke her wrist, so
Yeah.
go over there today to help her out with a few things, and yeah. I did say to her, it's not as bad as when she broke both hips and her back.
No.
So, yeah. But apart from that, it's been a very quiet week.
Yeah, it's a little bit been quiet here. You know, Friday was a bit busy for me, and Saturday was, and today, I suppose. So a lot over the weekend's been quite busy.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's nothing really happening.
No, not really. There's one thing that's come out as a trial, which we'll show, but very quiet at the moment.
Yeah, and there's the only other news is that Ecto 1 has been released in France for people to finish their Ecto 1.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's been open for new customers, but I do know it's been open for old customers from Eagle Moss.
Yeah.
This doesn't mean that it's coming back for the UK and USA. So yeah, that's the only other thing.
That's it.
That's it. That's literally it. That's the only thing that's happened.
Right, so you'll have to help me out with this one, Kev, because I've got no idea what this is at all.
Okay,
so this is being tested in France.
I can't remember what it's called now. It's like the Dragonfly vehicle from Dune.
Right.
So obviously this is sort of movie Pacific. It's a modern thing as well because Dune is only a couple of years old in terms of the new film. This is based on the new film, not the original 1980. I think it's 1984. The original one came out. But there's a vehicle in it. Looks like a bit like a Dragonfly, as you can see there, and they're building it, and it's going to be big.
Right. Okay. Very
big. I think over a meter long for the wingspan.
Yeah, so is this a game then, or something, or film? And
it's from a movie. I think the first part of it is actually on ITV on Saturday next week. If you've not seen it, it's a 2-part film.
Right.
It's got I know it's got David Bautista in it from WWE. He's in it. And it's a sort of a re-release of an old 1980s film that was out called Dune.
Right.
That starred Patrick Stewart. But yeah, this is from the new Dune film, and obviously, if you like it, it's being tested at the moment in France. It's by Altea, so it'd be fan home if this is released. And if it's something that if it's something that you're into, then yeah. But yeah, we'll see how that one plays out.
I wouldn't know because it's just something I know nothing about at all.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's a little bit sort of. Like I said, it's a new film. It's not like one of the classic-y films that we've been dealing with, like things like RoboCop, not the 80s films. This is literally a couple of years old. 2021, something around that time. 2022, I think the first one come out.
Right.
And the sequel was out last year, I believe. Part 2 was only out last year. So, but yeah, it's like a quadrocopter thingy that's in the movie. Looks a little bit like a Dragonfly.
Right. Okay. Well, I thought I'd show it anyway because
I
have no clue, but there might be people out there that know a heck of a lot more than I do.
Yeah. It's it is what it is. We'll see if it gets released. But like I said, a lot of the stuff that seems to get tested nowadays from D'Agostini fan home tend to be released anyway.
Right.
So yeah, I don't think we've had anything that's like been trialed and not come out.
You're right. Okay.
Yeah. So I've not seen anything over the last couple of years where it's gone to trial and it's not been released. Everything that's been to trial in France has been released.
It just depends if it comes to the UK then, basically.
Yeah. I think this one would definitely, if it does come out. I don't know how popular it's going to be. Like you said, it's something that you wouldn't do because you don't know the movie. But yeah, we'll see how that comes.
Excellent. Like I said, that's the only news that's really been out there this week, really.
Yeah, we are. It is the sort of the tip of testing at the minute.
Right.
So up at for the next couple of months, we're going to see a lot of tests. As we know, we've already seen quite a few already drip out, but I can see that building up as we get closer to the end, because this is when they normally do the tests. It's also normally around this time when they release a lot of the like newer stuff as well, isn't it? So yeah, so they're going to drip feed a lot of these new ideas out. So yeah, we've had the Hulkbuster so far last couple of weeks. Obviously this one, we've had the classic car one as well. So they are sort of drip feeding us all these new or potential new ones.
Yeah.
And it's also worth noting that they do the same in the UK. As we've known, we've got that that new crafting one that's being tested at the moment in the UK. So we're also getting tests as well. So it's worth keeping an eye out to see what comes out.
Yeah. So yeah, not for me, but because I've never seen the films or whatever, I don't know anything about it. So
yeah, it's definitely one that where you would have to be a fan, I think, of the film. Though it looks really good. You don't probably need to be a fan of the film to like the vehicle.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it's quite like, if you go by the measurements, I think it's 1.5 meters. So it's it's the wingspan when it's the wingspan is going to be pretty big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just keep making these models bigger and bigger and bigger.
Well, yeah, I think 1/8 scale for the cars is now sort of being phased out over 1/6.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we all wanting bigger and more bigger stuff, and we seem to be getting it. So
trouble is, the bigger it is, the harder it is to display it or find somewhere to display it.
That is very true.
Really hard, but yeah. Right. So, should we go through the chat then and see what everyone's been saying? Because it's we've sort quiet tonight, isn't it?
It's very quiet tonight. Yeah, it's there's nothing really happening.
No.
Nothing really on the horizon. So yeah, it's very quiet.
And I've got my birthday next week, so.
Oh right, okay, yeah.
45 next week.
Right. Yeah, Kirsty was just 45. I shouldn't really say that. This week, so we done a bit for her birthday and stuff. So yeah.
Oh dear, you could get into trouble there.
She's all right with her age. She's not one of these ones that gets funny about her age. But yeah, she was 45.
Right. Just 2 seconds while I check my Facebook. Okay, so any chance you could show the new Batman props and Hulk? Yes, I will do. Hang on, Ian. I'll do that now. So,
the new Batman mods come in. Yeah.
2 seconds, and I'll show them. I'm just got to get them up.
Yeah.
There we go. And there we go. Right, I'll share my screen. And what's going on here? I've clicked on the. Oh, I know why.
Yep. We're still getting a hang of restream.
Yeah, I am. I clicked the wrong thing. Right. Okay. So here it is. Here we are.
Okay.
So we've got some old and some new ones. So we've got the Rossi decals.
Yep, for the Speedo.
Yeah. We've got the Ghostbusters ID card.
Yep.
And we've also got the Titanic personalized brass nameplate.
Yep.
But these are some of the new ones. So we've got the 1/8 scale 1966 Bat Shield. We've got the Bat Bombs as well.
Yep.
Oceanic repellent bat sprays.
Yeah, really nice little additions to add to the build. Yeah.
The Batarang set. We've got the Bat Radio, which is unpainted.
Yes.
We've got the E-Type engine bay decals. We've got the flags for the Bismarck. We've got the figures for the Bismarck. We've got the grey tube again for the Ecto 1. And then we have the Polar Lights Enterprise Refit replacement phaser arrays.
Yeah.
We've got, and also the Bluetooth kit and the JST extension set. We've got the Proton Pack Stow gun. We've got the R2D2 C3PO restraining bolt. The T800 net droop fix. The head droop fix. And then the thoracic cage to pelvic wobble fix. And there we go.
And that's all that's on there. Obviously, there will be more added, I would imagine, as we go along.
I know Ian just said about the bat ones, but I'll just say we'll show everyone. I'll show them all. So there we go.
Yeah, the new ones are the Bat 66 stuff. Really, that's completely new. That isn't something that's been done before, and they look really, really good. If you're displaying this, if you've gone for the premium, you get a display case, don't you?
I think so.
And these would look really, really nice actually in the display case with it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, worth investing.
Yeah. So, there we go.
There we go.
It's nice to have props to go with things.
Yeah. We were talking about this, weren't we? On the Monday with Will, saying that we should be offered more prop stuff or stuff to go with the car.
Yeah.
You know, like a Paul Walker figure for the Skyline, or figures for even if that was part of the premium subscription. But yeah, and they have done props before. It's not something that they can't do, because they've done it before. So
look at the Power Rangers. If you went premium, you got the coins.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. There is them there. So
yeah, and then I think they did the bench lift, didn't they? Didn't they do the car lift for Eleanor?
Eleanor, yes. Yeah.
So they can do these extra, and they've done the ground crew and all the accessory bits for the Spitfire.
Yeah.
Didn't they do that as well for the X-Wing?
Yes, that was premium again.
Yeah, exactly. So they can do these little props for the builds.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's a bit like they did the specials for the Ecto 1, which was the Ghost Trap and the Proton Packs. Yes.
Yeah. Even though you got the gurney for him to go on, they never actually offered it as part of the main build. They were offered separate. So
yeah,
they can do these props. So I think they should offer more.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. Okay. We'll start off with chat then. So I'm gonna have to read some from mine that hasn't come on through on Restream.
Yes.
So first of all, mine, I've got Spider Sprue saying hi, Mark, on your channel. So hi, Spider Sprue, welcome.
Hi.
Then we've got David Hawley, who says a very good evening, Kev and Mark, and all in chat. Really looking forward to this one again. Thank you, David, and welcome.
Welcome.
Then we've got, I can show this now, Retro 12, who says hi all. Hi, Retro 12, welcome.
Hiya.
And then we've got D saying, and a good evening, Mark and Kev again, LOL. So sorry, D, it just gets deleted, and I wish I could do something about it, but I just can't. Retro 12 says, just out of curiosity, do you think that a shortage of parts is down to a huge demand of one particular model, whereas not so popular models, there is no shortage at all?
No.
No, because once they've reached a certain limit, they have to then stop the orders.
Yeah, and then they can do another order batch for it when they reopen it, and there's normally a couple of months between the people getting stuff. No, I think we touched on this last week. I think the main reason is twofold. I think there's too many builds in the system, and we're offered too many parts at one time.
Well, you look at it, and I've been thinking about this.
Yeah.
We don't really have many delays with Hachette, really.
Yeah. Yeah, there has been some, but normally, no.
They stick to 4 issues a month.
Yes.
Now, when we look at Fan Home, who are sending out 6 issues a month, there are delays. Same with D'Agostini. Same sometimes with Agora as well, because they can send out 12 if you're on the 12-month package.
Yes.
And they are having delays. So I think it's down to the supply is, if they just stick to 4, like we were all used to, I don't think the delays would be there personally.
No. And obviously, by having more issues, I would imagine they'd have to ramp up production, which then causes a delay further down the line, which is what I said. It's where there's too many builds in the system, and that includes all of the companies. It's not just one company, because all these there's only 4 main production companies that do these part works in the world. There's only 4, and they produce models for every company. And obviously, if you're asking to produce more because you're doing more issues, and obviously if you're going to clog that system up by putting more and more builds into it, it pushes other ones down the line, and then obviously you're then giving away more issues at a time. So that is where I think a lot of the problems lie. It's too many issues and too many stuff in the system.
Yeah. But remember, people asked for this. They wanted more to do. They wanted more issues. So
I think what's happened as well is they've seen the demand, and they've gone, right, they want more. We can give them more. But I think what's happened is by doing that, they've created another problem, because I think, like I said, they would have to ramp up production to keep up with the amount of issues you need each month. But I think where they operate from, I think they only produce so many copies at the time, which is probably, like I'm saying, look, they only they'll have to do more in terms of issues production than they used to do originally. Because originally they would probably produce, I don't know, for argument's sake, they would say, well, we need 10 issues produced. So before they were like, okay, that's fine, we can do 10, because then we're sending you 4, and that means the other ones are there for when we send out the next 4, and then you do the next 10. But then when you go, well, we need that up to 15, they might turn around and go, well, we can't do that. The batch is only in 10, which means, oh, okay. So it means that when you're getting 7, it means they have to wait until the next batch turns up to get it out, if you know what I mean, because they haven't got enough to fill the order from the previous week. And that's going to cause a delay, because they have to wait because it goes in a line. You know, it's a bit like you and me standing in a queue, and then me getting to the front and then rejoining, not behind you, but behind other people right in that queue. And that's how part works work. You know, it works for all companies the same way. They're in a line. They just produce as the models come up to them. So
I mean, the delays are frustrating, but
it happens. It's just
happening.
Yeah. Like I said, it's you know, if you turn around and went, okay, so we need to ramp up production. So instead of doing 10 issues, you need to do 15. And they might turn around and go, well, that's fine, but that's going to take an extra 2 months. At which point, you're going to run out of stock before the other stock turns up. Yeah. And then what happens is that takes an extra month, so then that puts the next build that they have in the production line a month or 2 behind. So then they're going to go. It's a vicious circle.
It's something they need to get out of the.
So it's something like I said, it's something that they have to get out of. Otherwise, it's going to continue going like this. And either they have to put more production in. So instead of doing 1 line, they have to do 3 or 4 at a time. Maybe I don't know. I'm just speculating here. Or they'll have to reduce the amount of builds that they produce, or reduce the amount of issues they offer. And obviously they give us more issues because it's less money for them on on postage. So it's a double-edged sword, and I can't see it getting any better. Let's put it that way. I just can't see it getting any better. I'd love to turn around and go, oh, January, all the delays are going to stop.
Yeah.
We're never going to have a problem again. But yeah, I don't think that's ever going to happen. I don't think until one of those things, like I said, until they really ramp up, double in the production, and they have more factories, which I don't think they're going to do. Are they going to reduce the number of issues they offer? No, I don't see that happening neither. Which means we're just going to keep having these delays. So it's just we're just going to have to get used to it. That's just it.
Yeah.
Just it.
Dave Mac Build says, good evening, Mark and Kev. Have a great stream tonight. Thank you, Dave Mac, and welcome. Then we've got Ed Hughes, who says, hello, evening, everyone. So good evening, Ed. Welcome.
Ed, hope you enjoyed Silverstone.
Will's Workshop says, good evening, all. Good evening, Will. Welcome.
Hi, Will. Welcome.
Ed says, getting a cuppa. We've got Kevin and Mary, who says, evening, everyone, from Morocco. Wow, you guys really do travel.
Yeah, Morocco. Lovely.
Morocco, wow. Enjoy Morocco.
Yeah.
We've got Horlicks in, who says, good evening, all. Good evening, Horlicks. Welcome.
Hi, Horlicks.
And we've got Stephen Haynes Models, who says, hi, Mark and Kev. Good evening, Stephen. Welcome.
Hi, Stephen. Welcome.
Then Kevin and Mary say, evening, Kev, and all. So I think they've just channel hop there.
Evening.
And we've got Ian's World of Models, who says, evening, Mark and Kev. Good evening, Ian. Welcome.
Hi, Ian.
And we've got Burgess in, who says, evening, all. Good evening, Burgess. Welcome.
Hi, Burgess.
And then we've got Ed Hughes, who says, evening, hosts.
Evening.
And then Ian's World of Models says, evening to all in chat. Am I where? Oh, no. There was a big, massive jump where people were talking. Okay, Will's Workshop says, just started painting up the panels for the Agora diorama, which I showed you last week. Yes.
Yeah. I see you got the pipe work done as well now, the big wheels.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's looking good now.
Definitely. We've got Steve131 in saying salutations, everyone. Sorry, my voice is off today. Hi, Steve. Welcome.
Hi, Stephen. Welcome.
I'm just scrolling through. I have Stardom. Burgess says my Ecto 1 issue 31 came back into stock a few days ago. Excellent.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for my Enterprise D to come back into stock. And they did say in the Facebook post that it won't be September. Well, by Wednesday, it's not September.
Yeah, I had a delivery note because obviously on mine everything has gone through, so I'm just waiting for him to turn up. I paid for issue 29. I've just got to wait now for. Obviously, they've tried to take money for 27 and 28, but I'm going to wait for them until the other one turns up and go like that.
Will you be glad when that build's done?
Yes, I've got to say, yeah. It's 5 years.
Yeah,
it's been going on. I think that's a long time. I'll be incredibly glad when it's finished. Yeah.
So, yeah, for you, it's been a long slog.
Yeah.
Ian says, if you don't know, there are new 1966 Batmobile props available at Parkwork Upgrades. So there we go.
Brilliant. They look really good.
Ian's World of Models says, but Apache startup was not going to happen because when I unpacked the main circuit board, it was broken. Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I hope you get that sorted with Agora quickly.
Yeah.
Dave Max says, went to see Lord Peter today to get the final 2 packs of the Apache. He looks very well, and he'll be doing a video in a couple of days. There we go.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, I've missed his videos.
Yeah, me too. Steve131 says, not seen New June, only 84 version.
Right.
So, yeah. Spiderproof says, got my first pack of Agora SES Willys Jeep. Just putting out a lot of IXO Jeep videos. So I can do a comparison. Right. Okay. Yeah, I saw somebody else had got theirs. They got their first pack of that. So glad that's moving again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then Ian says, if anyone in the UK has not been to Silverstone Museum, well worth it and recommended.
Brilliant.
And then, I think I'm getting this right. Holic says, we need a warehouse to store these builds if we did them all. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. There's no way you can do every single one. No way. I mean, you say that, but then Wayne is. So somehow he's storing them somewhere because, yeah, with the amount that's coming out, you'd need an industrial size unit.
Oh, God, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You need an office or something, wouldn't you?
All right, same big. You'd have to get some sort of museum or some sort of shop. You could open up a museum with them. Yeah, there's so many out at the moment. Like, yeah.
Well, you could, if you had a garage, you could convert your garage.
Yeah.
Ring your insurance company up and say, no, the models have just got too much. I've got to park the car in the drive now, not in the garage.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've got Steve Edmonds in who says, hello all. Hello, Steve. Welcome.
Steve.
And we've also got David Phillips in who says, evening, gents. Good evening, David. Welcome.
Hi, David. Welcome.
And we've got Andy Carroll who says, hi, guys. Hope you're doing okay. Yeah, not bad.
Cheers, Andy.
Now I think I need to read them.
Right.
Oh, no, I don't. No, I don't. Don't ask. Dale Mack says, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Dale. Welcome.
Hi, Dale.
And yeah, I'm getting there. Holic says, yes, there'll be some new stuff, hopefully, later this week for the 1989 Batmobile.
Oh, right. Lovely.
I wonder what that'll be then.
Batarangs. Maybe. I'm just trying to think what they had. The grapple hook.
Right.
Little things.
Yeah. Will's Workshop says, did you see there is longer delay for the Skyline for those 2 bits of plastic?
Yeah, I did get an email to say that. I don't know whether that email is generic, so every month they're going to just send that email out. I don't know, but I did get an email saying that the Pack 20 was out of stock, and they're working very hard behind the scenes to get it to us as quick as possible.
The normal generic email for something that's out of stock.
Yeah, I don't. I think Will said October, didn't you? I think Will said October it was due. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but it's still out of stock. So
right, that's another one, isn't it? That's just been a bit of a sort of like a bit of an upset towards the end, really, hasn't it? It's been a bit of a downer.
Yeah, a little bit. We've had obviously problems with the lining up, the misalignment of the stripes down the car. Then obviously this last pack is delayed because of these 2 parts here. So we were supposed to get 2 new parts here. These are engine covers, so they run down the side of the engine, sort of downside of the bonnet, really.
Yeah.
We're getting new ones, and that's what we're waiting for. So these 2 parts here. In fact, they could send that pack and send these parts, but they want to save on postage. They don't want to send that little bit out, so that's what we're waiting for. It's fair enough.
Yeah. Dale Max says, I would prefer 4 issues per month. Yeah. I'd rather 4 issues per month than delays.
Let's see what happens, but I don't see any of it. It costs them more. There's a double-edged sword to us getting more issues. One, we finished the build quicker, supposedly. And 2, it saves the company a lot of money because they don't have to send out as many packages. So it's a bit like there's good and bad points to it.
Yeah.
But remember, it only came down to more people wanting more issues, originally, which is good because they listened. But now they're obviously facing problems. So
I think 4 issues is really more affordable for a lot of people than the 6 issues.
Yes, yeah. Oh, 100%, yeah.
Yeah.
It takes longer to build your model, but in terms of cost, it's, yeah. I don't know. I would imagine it's, like I say, it's cost effective for the company to send you more issues. 1, they get a bigger lump sum each month. 2, you get the build quicker, and 3, they save you money on postage and stuff. So there's a cost issue involved with it all. So,
but are you finishing it quicker if you've got delays because of
well,
that?
no, and this is what I think you have to tally up with it. So
would you prefer 4 issues a month, no delays, or 6 issues a month with delays? I think I'd go for the first one.
It is, on this channel, on this show, we always talk about what's topical, right, and what everyone else is talking about, and what everyone else in the comments wants us to talk about. And it is a talking point because everyone online and everyone in obviously chat is talking about it. So we can't. It's a bit like elephant in the room. It's something you can't not talk about. It's so much that you can dodge, but it's a bit like the elephant in the room. It's sort of like you can't ignore it now.
Well, no.
And everyone talks about it, and whether that's just the people online and not everyone in the UK, but it is a talking point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's it's a bit like everything else at the minute. Everything's a talking point. Flags, ID cards, grocery shop. It's all there. And this is one of them. If you go into one of the Facebook groups that has 3,000 or 4,000 members, they're all the majority of people are talking about it. So yeah.
It's like you said, it's hot topic.
Yes, yeah, and it's hard to ignore. Like I said, it's the elephant in the room. We have to talk about it. For change to happen, you have to talk about these things. Otherwise, change never happens.
Yeah,
and that includes everything in life. Always keep it topical. Always chatting.
Dale Max says 4 issues is cheaper, and I would probably do more builds.
Yeah.
I can see that because for what you get for 6 issues, you could get 2 builds out.
We've spoken about this before, haven't we? We said, 89 Batmobile. I think that's going to be like 80 quid a month.
Yeah.
And you get 7 or 8 issues with that. But if you got one build that's only 4 issues and that build that's only 4 issues, effectively you could use that same price and getting 2 builds instead of just the 1.
Yeah.
So yeah, I totally see that.
I think it's a topic that's never really going to go away.
Yeah, until change happens, but I don't see that. Like I said, I can't on a business aspect. I can't see it happening.
Yeah.
They just have to swallow the criticism with the delays. And it's either something we've got to get used to, or you sort of just suck it up and that's it. There's not much more to it because there's nothing we can do. You got to think there is a bit of a Partworks is a bit of a monopoly in terms. It's not like you getting a model kit, because you could go, well, I don't want to get it from Amazon because their customer service is rushed. I'll go to Hobbycraft or I'll go to the local hobby. With Partworks, you can't really do that.
No.
Fan Home, you could say Fan Home, their delays and all this sort of stuff. The Fan Home, you couldn't, Fan Home can't go, well, you go somewhere else then.
Yeah.
Because you can't. And then, no one can turn around and go, well, I won't buy my models from you. And they'll be like, well, that's okay because we only do our models.
Yeah.
Go anywhere else and buy it. It's a bit like, it's not like, McDonald's or something like that. If you have bad experience at McDonald's, you could go to Burger King or somewhere else. But with Partworks, you're kind of stuck. You could build another build from another company, but you can't go, well, I won't build the 89 Batmobile with Fanhome. I'll go to Hachette. And then you're like, well, no, you can't, because we're the only ones that build it. So, and we don't sell it anywhere else. You have to buy it from us.
Yeah.
So I feel it's a little bit like a monopoly. You sort of have to suck it up, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
That's it. You want to build it, you suck it up. That's it.
Yeah. David Hollis says, I think you have a good point there, Kev. The Toyota Supra from Fanhome has not had a problem so far. 6 issues at a time is very good, lots to do, and very satisfying.
I like the bit yet.
Yeah. Yeah, that's missing yet.
Yeah. I mean, how many? I mean, they're on pack 6. What was the delay on the Darth Vader?
8.
So there can still be a delay. I'm not saying there is going to be. Hopefully there isn't. But
yeah.
I mean, we did get. There's a few builds there where there was no delays, and then there was, if you know what I mean, right near the end, or there's been some problem or something. So, never count your chickens. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ed Hughes says, off to make dinner. We'll keep listening. Okay, Ed, thank
Hey,
you. Bradley Young says, hello, I'm several issues behind on my Dalek.
Oh, right. Okay.
Hang on. If you are subscribed to it, you can fast track it.
Yes. Yeah. Hachette are very good with fast tracking stuff. And if you can't do that, they've always got their web shop as well. You can buy the issues so you can catch up.
Yeah.
So there's loads of ways around with Hachette. It's quite good because you can. There's many different ways, and you can. You know, you've got the subscribe, you've got the web shop, you've got the news agents.
Yeah.
So there's 3 ways of subscribing, and then if you want to catch up, like Mark said, so if you subscribe at issue 1 and everyone was on issue 40, you can accelerate forward.
Yeah, you just ring up Hachette and you just say, I want to. What they'll do is they'll say, right, you have to buy from our shop, but we'll do that now with you, and you bulk buy.
Yeah.
That's why I do the U96.
Yeah. And then, So there's options there. So if you are behind, give them a ring. First point of call with any company is to contact them. So if a parcel comes damaged or there's a part missing, don't go on Facebook. Ring them up straight away. Ring them up, and they'll sort you out.
Spider Spruce says, I did say hi to Kevin, his channel, and don't forget the likes. Yes, please.
Yes, please. Cheers, Spider.
Ian says, Kev, have sent you a Facebook message. Does not need immediate action.
Right. Okay. Yep.
Will's Workshop says, I am going to need more shelves with the amount of models I have currently and what I plan to build.
Yeah, and we had this conversation, didn't we, Will? It's what you know at the moment is coming out. We don't know. There could be some really good surprises on the horizon, and you'll be like, oh, okay, well, that's thrown a spanner in the works. Where am I going to stick that one? But yeah.
We've got just Sophie and Stormy in, who says, hi, everyone. Hi, Sophie. Welcome.
Hi, Sophie.
Kevin and Mary says, just check my stages, 70 and 71 out of stock for Nissan Skyline.
Right, okay.
Must be a bit behind then.
We're on the last pack, me and Will, and it's just delays. It's it comes when it comes for me at the minute. It's sort of and I'm not overly keeping track on it's really bad. I should be. I'm not overly keeping track on what's coming in.
Not like me, who has a spreadsheet.
Yeah.
Puts down exactly what time payments were taken, puts down exactly what day things were delivered, and because you've seen my spreadsheets. Yeah. And you're like, oh God, No,
it's good that you do that, Mark. That's good for you. But yeah, I'm at a point where stuff just turns up. I get notifications from your deal, and I'm like, I don't even know what it is coming, which is kind of good, really, because you're like all excited.
Oh no, I know what's coming.
But I'm like, I don't know what's been sent. What is coming exactly? So when it turns up, it's a bit like, oh right, yeah, it's that. Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah. I love a good spreadsheet.
Yeah, it's always good to keep track of stuff like that because later on you could then turn, like, if someone needs any of that info. Oh, when did that pack come? When was it supposed to happen? When payment?
You did once, and I said, right, I'll send you over exactly the information, and it was like information overkill.
Yeah, it was like, oh no, it was really good. It was all laid out properly, and the price and when stuff was, and what comes in the issues and everything. And I was like, okay, this is really good, but it's what you're doing. I think it's great.
Yeah. Will's Workshop says, I would like to see pack options of 4, 6, or 8 issues per month. People can then choose based on cost. So a bit like the Gory, you could either go for a 24-month plan or a 12-month plan.
Well, they have offered that before, didn't they? They offered that on the Megazord.
Yes.
Because obviously, Fan Home have gifted me the 12-month option, and I think Will went the 24-month option, and Will went for the 12-month option. So it's something they can do.
Yeah.
But I don't know whether it gets more. It sounds good coming out of our heads. But I think I don't know how logistically that comes out, because it could be more difficult to do that logistically.
Yeah. So
I'm wondering whether that that would put an extra pressure on logistics or something.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think. You know, if I'm saying I want 4 and you're saying you want 6, when you're picking a pack, it could get very confusing.
Right.
But like I said, they can do it because they did offer it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's something that they might do in the future. They've only done that, I do believe, on the Megazord.
And I think it's another part where that's been out in France beforehand as well.
Yeah, yeah. They offer. I remember they offered when it first came out. They offered it as a 12-month or 24-month, and they offered it just as a full build. So it's something that they can do. I don't think they ever offered the 12 and 24 months on any other build.
No.
So maybe it didn't work for them. I don't know, but yeah.
Andy Carroll says, I did say to Mark that Pack 8 Vader looked like it was being processed, but I may be wrong now. Looking back at my portal, it still says same as it did. See World of Wayne done Pack 10. So, yeah, I can't build out a sequence. I have to do it in sequence. I can't do it any other way.
Pack 10 that Wayne done. It's like a grey hand, and it looks really good, actually. It looks quite,
Andy Carl also says, and has a problem with the bolt not fitting right. I wait till I do Pack 10 and see how mine is. Right. Yeah. We've got Jeff Lighting, who says, good evening, guys. Good evening, Jeff and Maggie. Welcome.
Hi, Jeff and Maggie.
Burgess says, just to add some balance to the delays, I keep having to buy more storage boxes for all the parts I'm getting. I could just build them, but that's too easy.
Making more work for yourself.
Well, yeah, but God, I couldn't do that. I don't think I could do that.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I could do that. I don't think I could.
I've always said this. I've always said you should build. A lot of people do this actually in the groups. They sort of turn around and say, should I wait until I've got every pack and then build it, or should I build it as you're going along? Personally, I think it's better for you to build it as you go along, because if there's any problems or there's something missed or something, it tends to get a lot harder later down the line. I know some people say I check, but sometimes you could break apart as you're building it.
Yeah.
So my advice is to always build it as soon as the pack comes. You build it.
Yeah.
Because you could find, and it's happened before with Hachette as well, you could find that you start building it and then something's not there, or you break something in issue 1 or 2, and they go, 1, we can't replace it, and 2, we don't have that issue anymore.
Well, I think now Fan Home have a closing date for replacements.
Yeah, I think Hachette do as well. I think don't they? I thought they had a 28-day policy on their replacements.
They don't have that policy.
Oh, right, okay.
So say Lancaster Bomber, I needed an issue 2 because something had broken off, they would replace that issue.
Right, okay.
So,
Because it's the same thing at Eagle Moss. Eagle Moss also had, like they didn't at first, but I think they started doing a 28-day policy where you had to replace a part within 28 days.
You have to prove that part has broken to Hachette, but if that's the case, they will send you out a replacement. Yeah.
I think Fan Home will as well, even though they have a 28-day policy thing. I think if you rang up and it was a pack from months ago, they will replace it as long as you bought it for them, obviously.
Yeah.
A bit different building the old stock from Eagle Moss with them. But I think that I think even though they has a 28-day policy on their website, I think if you ring up and you go, oh, I need issue 20 and you're on like issue 80, I think they would send it as long as you prove, like with Hachette, as long as you've proven that it's broken and stuff.
Yeah.
David
Holly says, yes, you can. I got behind on the Dalek and paid for an extra 8 issues on Fast Track. So I did the same with the United 6. Bradley Young says, I prefer to go slow because I'm enjoying the build, but the reason I'm behind is because I took a break, so I don't mind being behind on my Dalek.
No, it's not. Look, I've always said this. It's not a race. It's a marathon.
The thing about it is, it's the experience you're doing it, and there's ups and there's downs. But I'd rather have a pleasurable experience without frustrating delays than loads of than the amount of issues that they're offering to send you. If that's what my point is.
Yeah.
Because when there's delays, it just you stop. You can't build no more.
Yeah.
And that's what you do. That's what you're paying for. You're wanting the enjoyment of building the model and having the experience. Having the delays is frustrating.
Yeah.
And you're not having a good experience.
Yeah, it's very, very frustrating.
Yeah.
And I think most people, are happy to build, but obviously it's a little frustrating. It's a bit like when you go out on a trip and you get in a car, you get in a traffic jam.
Yeah.
It's annoying as hell, but you're there. You get to this point and everything else.
Yeah.
And I think the delays are a little bit like that. A bit like delays in real life. You have to plan. Oh, it's only going to take an hour to get there, and then there's traffic everywhere, and it takes you 2 hours. You're a little bit annoyed, but you get to the end destination in the end. And I think the part works are the same. Yeah, we get annoyed, and it's frustrating, but we get there in the end.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Julian says, I get 4 build in my local newsagents. It's a lot easier, and 4 online. 4 online prefers the newsagents. A lot of people, you prefer newsagents, Kev?
I love going down to the news. One, it gets you out each week.
Yeah.
And 2, you're building something each week. I tend to find with a lot of these subscription ones, I tend to find when the packs come, you end up building it. I know you do issue at a time, Mark.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of us build it as the pack comes, and some of them take 20 minutes to build. And I've seen that in the groups as well, where people are going, it's a bit overwhelming. You wait all this month, you wait a month, 4 or 6 issues turn up, and you've done it within 10 minutes, and then you have to wait again.
Yeah.
But when you subscribe each week, you're doing a little bit each week, so it keeps you more interested.
Well, the thing about it is, getting from the newsagents is probably satisfying when you look at something like the Doll's House and think, I carried every piece of that home every Wednesday, every week for 2 years. Yeah,
and it's going to be like that with the Dalek as well. I'm going to be taking that. Yeah, so there's that to it as well. Yeah, I like getting out and about. I think it's convenient. I think a lot of people like the convenience of it coming to their house. They don't have to worry. They pay for it. It turns up. With the news agents, like last week with me, with issue 36. The magazine was there, but the parts had obviously come out because that happens.
Yeah.
And then you have to wait for it to turn back up again. It has turned up now, and I can present the full part. So there it is there.
Yeah.
All done. But yeah, So there is that aspect to it, but then that's a bit like delays you get with subscribing, so no different. No different.
Will's Workshop said Megazord is due tomorrow, so that will be next week's video. Batmobile video will be up for release tomorrow.
Oh, lovely.
Excellent. Burgess says, I do have inventory spreadsheets, but not as detailed as Mark.
Oh, no, Mark's very detailed. I love it because it's that detailed. There's someone called Jason on the group that also, he does his spreadsheet for the builds he's doing. He puts them all on Facebook and he lists all the parts.
Right.
Have you seen them?
Yes.
The guy's called Jason. I can't remember his last name, so I do apologise. But he lists every single part that comes. So all the screws, the big parts that we get, the small parts, and he lists them all in the spreadsheet. And then at the bottom, it tells you how much it costs, how many pieces, how many parts, how many screws you got. And yeah, so someone does that as well. Someone goes through and counts every bit that you do.
That's crazy.
So.
Ian says, even though I only do power mods, I still no time for the builds. Julie has me decorating, LOL. Spice Bruce says, still waiting for my last pack of Optimus, all because of stage 103, but I did get my stage 35 of the Iron Spider after they sent me stage 30. So well done, dear Gostini fan home, for a quick turnaround.
Yeah, one thing I will say, and I know some people have had a bit of a bad experience with this customer service. I haven't. I've never had a bad experience with the customer service side. I've always rang up or I've put a request in and I've always got my replacements. So I will say that on that side, for me, I've not had a problem. Now, if there's a part missing or an issue missing, I always get a replacement. It's seamless because I do it on the portal. And yeah, I've never had a problem. Never.
Will's Workshop says, I can't see how much different it would be for dispatching, as not everyone starts at the same time. So they're going to be picking and packing various packs.
Yeah, and I know we talked about this last week, didn't we? About there's something happened at customers at the quality control
warehouse. Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of people have been getting like mismatch of stuff, sort of wrong magazines or wrong parts in their builds. I had a Star Wars mug instead of a Star Trek free gift.
Yeah.
Someone that we watch, RT Ralph, he got a Darth Vader magazine issue 4 instead of the issue 4 for the Star Trek ship.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know what's happened there. I don't know. It's not just the Star Trek stuff, by the way. It's happened on a few other builds as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's only happened the last couple of months. So something must have happened the last couple of months. But yeah, we're not getting the right stuff as we should. Look, mistakes happen. I get that. But I think it's been a little bit more noticeable over the last couple of months. I don't know whether they've changed warehouse or they've had staffing issues or what. I don't know. But yeah.
Somebody's been sadistic in that warehouse.
Yeah, putting Star Wars stuff with Star Trek. How dare they?
Yeah. Ian Campbell says, do not wait, as Kev says. David Hawley says, I have 100 stages of the U96 so far. I do check all as I get them and will start the build when I get the last stage.
Fair enough. It works for some people, but for me, I would always want to build it as it comes because, like I said, if there's a bit breaks later on, it does become harder to get further down. So
yeah.
Ed
says, never had a problem getting replacement parts from any of the part work companies.
No, I've never had any problems. I think if you're building it old, like you say, Mark, if you break something on the Lancaster on issue 2 and you're on issue 80 something, they will send you it. I think they're obligated to do that anyway. But it depends if that part's in stock or not, because they could say, okay, we put a back order in, but I can't tell you when we're getting the new stock in.
Yeah.
And then you'd be delayed. So
Will's Workshop says, thought that was some weird mask then, Kev, LOL.
What's that?
I don't know. Yeah. D says, well, I'll say goodnight, Mark and Kev, until next week, but I'll see you both again tomorrow night. Yes.
Yes. See you later, Ian.
I think you answered this one, but John Picard says, have you got issue 36 yet? Because I have.
36.
I think that'll be Dalek.
Yes. Yeah. It will be on the channel this week. Don't worry. Yeah, I've already got it. So yeah.
Ian Campbell says, great stream. Thanks, Kev, Mark. See you all soon. Thank you, Ian.
Thank you.
David Holler says, going to say good night before we run out of time. Cracking stream again, guys. See you all next week. Thank you, David.
And
Dave McBill says, it's been another great stream tonight, guys. See you on the next one. Thank you, Dave Mac.
Hey, Dave Mac.
And Steve131 says, night all. Spider Sprue says, great stream, guys. Night all, night, Spider Sprue.
Hi, everyone.
Bradley Young says, the only reason I'm building Dalek is because I grew up watching Doctor Who.
Brilliant.
Yeah. And Ed Hughes says, night all, good stream. And that's chat.
Lovely.
Right, so tomorrow night, Part Word podcast.
Yeah.
Starting with where we've got Ian on. Ian Campbell.
Yes, we have the man himself, Ian Campbell, on tomorrow night.
Yes.
We'll be having a little chat with him about, everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So please join us tomorrow night when Kev will be in the hosting seat and I just sit back and relax. As people were saying. D says, Kev, your Dalek big piece, I think Will meant yes.
Yeah.
And then Will's Workshop says, good night all, great stream as always.
Cheers, Will.
Kevin and Mary say, night all, going for food now. Okay.
Lovely.
Right, so thank you everybody for your chat as always. Normal videos on my channel this week. Kev, anything?
I've got the next pack of the Power Rangers Megazord here, so that'll be on the channel at some point.
Yeah.
Also, as well, issue 36 of the Dalek build, and then we've got issue 38 this week. So,
yeah,
hopefully, fingers crossed, it turns up. It should turn up. And then anything else, I don't know what else is coming. So, some other stuff can turn up.
Okay. Andy Carroll says, night, guys. See you next week. Great stream, guys. Will says, I will catch that on catch up. Bradley Young says, good night. And yeah, that's it. Oh, and he says, amazing stream. So thank you all for your chat.
Yeah.
We're back same time, same place next week. Just leaves me to say, I've been Mark.
And I've been Kev.
We'll catch you all next week, guys. Bye. Bye.